My grandmother was born in Warsaw, Poland. She survived the ghetto and then the concentration camps. At the end of the war, their camp was liberated by the Red Army, and this is how my grandmother ended up in the Soviet Union. My grandfather was born in a Jewish townlet in the Ukraine, but the war forced him to flee to the east. This is how they both ended up in the Ural, and this is how our family reached this place. Alexander was born in Magnitogorsk, a town far removed from the Jewish shtetls of Ukraine. Some acquaintances made sort of a shidduch between his parents, who lived in different towns of southern Ural, thanks to which little Alexander had a striking remark in his documents: Jew. Thank God the Soviet power did not come up with the idea of forbidding Jews to marry each other. All my parents knew about Judaism is that Jewish boys should marry Jewish girls. In the end, I was born not only a Jew, but a Kohen. But Alexander did not find out about his descendants from Aaron HaKohen, or its meaning, until much later. Only when he stepped onto the shores of Eretz Yisrael, the non-religious clerks in Israeli ministries unexpectedly stood up with respect and joy upon hearing his last name. They finally explained to Alexander that the family name Katz is an acronym of the words Kohen Tzedek, righteous priest. Only then did something Jewish awaken in me. My parents and myself were complete Toldos Yeshurun, abducted children. There's no better way of putting it. But the Judaism awakened within Alexander only surfaced 10 years later. After serving in the Israeli army and opening his own small business, he suddenly asked himself, what is this Torah that everybody is talking about? He took this question to the internet. For 3 months, I collected evidence on the internet that the Torah is really from Hashem. And only then did I don a yarmulke. Once I just did an online search for a place to learn Talmud, and that led me to the Toldos Yeshurun website. This is how I found my first chavrusa, and my Jewish soul opened up completely. In the Toldos Yeshurun branch of Ashkelon, Alexander was not only provided with his first chavrusa, but also with the opportunity to see the world with Jewish eyes. Very soon, Alexander moved to Jerusalem in order to open up a new page in his life, in the Toldos Yeshurun Yeshiva. A logical continuation of such a story, of course, must be a wedding. But this continuation didn't come easily for Alexander. It is not so easy to find a wife if you are a Baal Tshuva from Russia, especially when you are a Kohen. As was the case with Alexander's parents, it didn't happen without a miracle. For a long time, Alexander scoured all possible shadchanim and almost lost hope. But as it often happens, his fate was waiting for him right around the corner. One of the Avrichim in his yeshiva headed the Shidduch network that had just opened at Toldos Yeshurun. It was he who introduced Alexander to Sarah. This couple is not going on a romantic honeymoon after their wedding, but rather on shlichus, to bring the Jews of Moscow who are far removed from their Jewish roots closer to the Torah. In essence, Toldos Yeshurun, just as Alexander had been once. I hope that my wife and I will be able to establish a basis for future generations, so that this should never happen again, that Jews should never again lose their roots, that they should never turn their backs on the Torah.
Shiva